Hey guys, what's up and welcome to today's video. We are going to be playing with one of the more recent releases from Colourpop, and I say that because Colourpop is releasing something, I want to say like every week now it seems, and I honestly cannot keep up. It's all starting to blur together, but to be honest, this collection is one that has intrigued me the most recently besides the Kathleen Lights So Jaded palette. This collection here just really roped me in. I'm talking about the Smoke Show collection, so I picked up everything. In this came the Starry-Eyed BFF bundle or trio. This came with a liquid liner and then two of their gel liners. There's also the Smoke and Mirrors Glitterly Obsessed mini trio, which I have not tried yet, so I'm really excited about that. There is a Super Shock Shadow trio. This is the Heavy Metal collection. And then of course you have a 9-pan shadow palette called Smoke Show. Now there are a few items in this collection that I have not tried yet. Obviously I am very new to the Glitterly Obsessed glitters, typically not my sort of thing, but I've kind of been eyeing them from afar, and I decided that this collection being only 50 bucks for all of this, it was time for me to give it a try and give you guys my opinion on that. I have also not tried their liquid liners. Obviously, I have tried their shadows and their Super Shock shadows. I thought that this collection was a bit unique in that it kind of grabbed a bit of everything from their eye products. So I'm super excited about that. Let's go ahead and jump into it, and let's go ahead and do some swatches. All right, you guys, so I have the palette and the 3 Super Shock shadows swatched right here, so you can see them up close and personal. The palette overall swatched very well. Now I did make 2 passes over each shade just so you could really see the intensity. I mean, overall the pigmentation and everything is pretty even. I think that this is a really beautiful color story. It's very unique. I definitely don't have an all smoky or black based shadow palette in my collection. This white shade right here, Young Love, and then this gray matte right here, Stone Face. I wish that these would have been a little bit more intense, a little bit more pigmented. Same with this shade right here, Slated. Otherwise, overall, I think that the palette swatched very nicely. Now, for me, the star of the show out of the entire collection are these 3 Super Shock shadows right here, especially this silver shade Liberty. Oh my goodness, it's like reflective road tape, duct tape. This was one pass. It is so incredibly reflective, opaque, and metallic. I do not own a shadow that has this much dimension anywhere in my collection, and I do enjoy the other 2 shades as well, especially the shade Tassel is a beautiful shadow topper, or even to be worn on its own. So much dimension and microfine reflex of glitter in there, as well as this shade right here, Frisky. I love it as well. So overall, the shadows themselves swatched beautifully, and I'm pretty impressed with the way that they swatched. Right, now let's take a look at the Glitterly Obsessed trio that actually came in this collection as well. This is my first time trying out this formula, and I think it's really cool. It's very unique. It feels almost like Vaseline jelly-like when you first apply it, but then it actually dries down and the glitter stays put. I think it's absolutely beautiful. My favorite actually is this one right here, Trippin' on Skies. Then I absolutely love Disco Lady, and then the 3rd shade, Starfire. I mean, they're all beautiful and really reflective and fun. I don't see myself reaching for these obviously a ton, but I think they might be kind of fun like on the cheek, along the brow bone. They definitely have their place obviously on the body. Really fun, and yeah, I think it's cool they included 3 little minis in the collection. It's nice for those who haven't really tried these but kind of are interested in them like myself. Wouldn't reach for them a ton, so I don't feel like I'm wasting product. So yeah, very cool, very beautiful. And if we move down this way, I went ahead and swatched the 2 gel liners and the liquid liner that also came in the collection. So we have the shade Kicker, Exit, and these are the 2 gel liners. And then we have the liquid liner in the shade Numero Uno. I love that they included this in this collection as well. However, I wish that the liquid liner would have been the white shade and that the white gel liner would have been in black. I think that that would have been really cool. I think it would have really given people a chance to kind of use that white liner in more of an artistic way. So the only thing I would have changed, I would have swapped those 2 out, but I am a huge fan of the Colourpop gel liners. I have not tried their liquid liner yet, so I am new to that as well. All right, first off, before we even get into the shadow, let's kind of play with these Glitterly Obsessed shades. I think I kind of want to put some a little bit on the cheek. That'd be kind of fun. I think I'm gonna pick Trippin' on Skies. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what this is like. Just kind of dab this on the cheek for fun. See, I think that's really cute. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do this every single day, but it's fun for what we're doing right now. I think it's kind of cute. I really like the texture of these, and I like that wherever you put them, that's kind of where they stay. I like it, and maybe I will wear this out all day. Who really cares? It's just makeup. It doesn't feel like sticky or heavy. It didn't really mess with my highlight or move my makeup around at all. Oh my gosh, it's already dried down. How cute and fun is that? All right, I'm actually really happy that I got those. Let's just go ahead and move on to the shadow now. Now, I already have primed my lids with the Luscious Angel Eyes Eye Primer. If you guys have watched my channel before, you know that is my absolute favorite. What kind of a look are we going to create? Are we going to go totally black, smoky? I don't know. We will see where it leads us. I'm just going to start off with this shade right here, Stone Face, just to lay something down into the crease and just to kind of get this look started. Obviously, for nighttime looks, this is perfect. If you're someone who goes out, you're hitting up the clubs, that is definitely not me, but if you are one of those types of people, or you just like to go out with the girls, you're in a lounge setting, dark shadows can be really fun. Actually kind of a little bit disappointed in this shade so far. I wish there was just a little bit more pigment, a little bit more payoff. Maybe let's go ahead and try this shade right here, Slated. I'm gonna stick with this same brush. This was sent to me by a company called KYLIES, and they don't put a name or anything on the brush, so it's just like a fluffy crease brush. I'm gonna kind of keep this to the outer part of the eye. Okay, now that is pigmented. Dark shadows always make me nervous because I don't want to fluff them out too much. That one blended out quite nicely. Not a lot of kick up here at all, which is nice. Now, I don't want to bring this in too far. I'm kind of bringing it to right here. I'm not bringing it down any further. I just kind of want to stop right there. I'm not going to dip my brush in again. I'm just going to keep blending what I already have down because I don't want any harsh lines. Obviously, who would? We just want everything to look nice and blended. Now let's go ahead and really deepen this up. I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. This one right here from BH Cosmetics. This is my number 7 brush. I'm going to dip into the shade. What is this? Let's Do It. This black shade right here. We're going for it. I'm just going to start laying this down on the outer corner of the eye. Oh, this makes me so nervous. I really want to be looking in the mirror. Came in this palette. Oh, yes. How satisfying is that? I don't know. At least for me it is. There we go. Now I can get a nice up close look at what I'm doing here. This is a pretty nice black. Not overly pigmented, so you're not afraid to like lay down too much. It's a pretty good black. Bring that slightly into the crease and just bring it just a little bit outward, but not too much. I have errands to run today, and I'm gonna be running around, going to the mall with this super nighttime look going. This better turn out decent, let's just say that. I say this in every video, but I always feel like this eye blends so much better than this one over here. Sometimes when I do my shadow too, I freak out. I'm like, oh my God, this is kind of looking like crazy shit right now up close, but the finished product, you kind of got to be patient with it. Mascara, lower lash line work, that sort of thing always usually helps. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Take this brush again right here. Just make sure everything is really blended out. I was working with darker shadows. It's a good idea to go in with a clean brush and just kind of go over everything and make sure everything is evenly blended. I kind of feel like a raccoon right now, or that someone got punched in the face. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and dip into this shade right here, Smokin, with my finger. Y'all know what I like to do, and if you've watched my videos before, you can probably guess. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right in the center of the lid and blend that right into that deeper black shade that I just put down. This kind of gives the brighter shade that I plan on putting on the inner part of the lid something to blend into, and it can make the outer deeper shadow look just a little bit less harsh. Now that we have that down, I'm really debating the silver Super Shock shade is so crazy, but I feel like the shade Starstruck right here in the palette has just a little bit more of a shimmer to it, and that's kind of what I want. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take a finger again and I'm gonna dip into that shade. Wow, that is intense. Oh, I love how that just blended right into the shade Smokin. That is bomb. These are some serious metallics in this palette. Holy smokes, no pun intended. Let's go ahead and work on the lower lash line. I'm just gonna take a flat brush, just like this one right here. I'm gonna dip into the shade Let's Do It, this black shade right here. Same shade that we put on the outer part of the eye, and I'm just gonna press that all along the lower lash line, using it as pretty much like a liner. Stopping right before I get to the tear duct area. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush like this one right here, and I'm going to dip into the shade Slated. I'm going to blend out and smudge the lower lash line. I think I'm going to dip into this Super Shock shadow right here and use this shade right on top of that silver. This is the shade Tassel. Just want to see what that does and just kind of dab that on top. Just makes it a little bit more white and adds just a little bit more glitter and brightness to it. Yeah, I think that that just made it pop even more. Super pretty. And then I think I'm going to dip into the shade Frisky right here. I'm going to dab this right on the outer edge of the eye where I laid down that deeper shadow before. Unfortunately, mine came broken, so I had to like press it all back into place. But that's the nice thing about these Super Shock shadows, is that they can be easily pressed right back into place. Just added like a little hint of glitter. All right, I'm gonna take the white gel liner in the shade Exit, and I'm gonna put this in the waterline, of course. I love a good bright liner in the waterline. If you haven't tried Colourpop's gel liners, you have to. They are so pigmented and just bomb. I love them. And they stay all day. Like that just like opened my eyes up despite all this dark shadow that we have going on here. Everything looks open now and bright. I'm going to take the liquid liner and I'm just going to put a very light line of this on the lid just to kind of get an idea of how this works. I do not want to go too thick at all because I kind of want that silver and everything else to be the star of the show. I can go a little bit thicker as I go out here. I'm not going to do much of a wing or anything like that. Maybe just flick it out ever so slightly. It is a felt tip if I haven't mentioned that already. I'm actually surprised at how well the black is showing up on top of all this metallic silver that I have going on here. All right, let's go ahead and brighten up the inner corners. I'm just going to dip into this matte white shade right here, Young Love. I want to test this one out a bit, or as much as I can, because the swatch just was not that impressive. But on the face, it's nice. I do still wish it packed a little bit more of a punch, but it's not bad. All right, I have a lot of makeup on. Let me go ahead and pop on some mascara and I'll be right back with the final look and my final thoughts. All right, you guys, so there you have it. This is the completed look. I am actually really impressed with how everything turned out. I think that all the shadows blended beautifully. These silver shades, even in the Super Shock formula and in the Smoke Show palette, is like, wow, next level reflective, so beautiful. I am obsessed with how dimensional they are, and again, I'm just really impressed overall at how beautiful this look turned out. I did top everything off with my BFF volumizing mascara from Colourpop in the shade Black on Black. I do think that this look would benefit from some falsies, but to be honest with you guys, with the glitter that I have on my face, this type of look, I'm like, all right, let's stop right there. I just felt like I was going to just a little bit too much. I thought some mascara would just work perfectly fine, but any other time I think that some falsies would look beautiful with this. It might even help this type of look look even more dramatic. I will say with the Glitterly Obsessed shade that I have on the cheeks right here, I'm hoping you guys can even see this. I will say that this particular one, what shade did I use here? Trippin' on Skies. If you are not in the light, it almost looks like you have like flecks of dirt on your face, just with the type of shade that the glitter is. I wish that I actually would have put on Disco Lady, more of a more white, iridescent type glitter that doesn't give you kind of like that reflect when you're not directly in the light, where it almost looks like you have like specks of dark or something on your face. I mean, nonetheless, it is still very beautiful. I love the color of the glitter. I would just prefer it maybe up here, somewhere more around the eyes or in this region here. That's just my preference. So there you guys have it. Again, like I said, this is a beautiful collection. I love the gel liners. They work just as I would expect. Can I ever talk? The liquid liner is really nice. It actually stood the test of going over a very metallic dark shadow. I definitely still see the black. I didn't have to layer it up or anything. The collection is just beautiful, unique. I absolutely love it. I have to say it might be my favorite 9-pan shadow that they have released so far. I just think that the silver and black is really cool and inspired and something totally different. So there you guys have it. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you picked up this collection. What are your favorite parts of it? Were you kind of thinking about it and now that you've seen this video, you're interested in some pieces? All of these are sold separately, so you can buy the trio on its own, the Super Shock shadows on its own, the liners, the palette, all of this stuff is available individually if you don't want to pick up the entire collection. But I do have to comment before I go that to get the 3 mini Glitterly Obsessed, or the trio of the Glitterly Obsessed, the trio of the Super Shock shadows that are full size, the 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and the 2 full-size liners and full-size liquid liner, to get all of this for 50 bucks is pretty much a steal if you asked me. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, share it, and of course be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go. I love you guys so much and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys!